Good morning, Ellen. How are you doing today? Good morning, Cheyenne. Good morning, For Dad. Good morning. I hope you all are having a wonderful day today. Good morning, Maggie. Kidney infection? Is that what you were ill with last week, or is that something different? You've just been having a hard time, my friend. Good morning, Kimmy. Good morning, all my friends. Yeah, that was what was giving you the bad fever. Gosh. I'm glad you're feeling better. That sounds awful. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Excuse me. Hello, Solavios. Did I celebrate Hanukkah? Yes, I did. I lit candles from my grandmother's menorah. And we watched them burn out. And we listened to the Rebbe talk in Yiddish. Didn't understand a word of it. It was interesting. ואהבת את ענת אלוהיך ובכל לבבך, ובכל נפשך, ובכל מאודך. אביחיו הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ולכתך בדרך, ובשכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, אביחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. When will I do another dumpster dive? I'm not sure. I'm finished going into the university for the semester, so I'm not sure the next time will be I'm in a city where there's a good dumpster, but I will make another video, I promise. It's the only thing you all want to see, apparently. Well, thank you for being here, Adrian. I appreciate it. What language is that? That's Hebrew. And you shall love Yahweh Eloheinu with all your heart and all your soul and all your might. And these words that I repeat to you today, teach them to your children. And you shall say them when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night. And when you are out traveling and when you are at home. You shall bind them as a symbol on your hand, and let them serve as a sign on your forehead. You shall inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Good morning, Amelia. Good morning, Vivi Cruz. Welcome all. You haven't seen me in a while. This is my first stream since my first stream all week. My last stream was Sunday. I've been engaged in other things, and sometimes it's hard to find the time to stream. But I'm glad to be here today. I really am. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. Your favorite part of Fridays. Good. I'm glad to hear that. How am I? I don't know. I don't know, Amelia. Sometimes I'm well, sometimes I'm not well. Comes in waves. And I woke up this morning a little bit unsure. But here I am. I have an obligation to you. I feel it. I have to be here for you all. It's important. You wish you could free me. No one can free me. We're all slaves. Don't you know that? Mary of Nazareth. I mean, I like veils. I like veils. I like Mary. She's a good lady. Vechaya. Ki v'achayo Elohecha el ha'aretz asher nisbai levatecha le'avram nischach ol Yaakov. Notelach avrim gedolot v'tovot asher lo vanita uvatim mili'im kol tuva asher lo mileta uverot hatzuvim asher lo hasatva k'arim bizitim asher lo natata ve'alachta v'shavata. Hishamir lecha pen tishchach et Yahweh asher tishacha mi'eretz Mitzrayim mi'bet avadim. What are my pronouns? What do you think my pronouns are, Rebecca? You can guess. It's okay. I came upon a wedding that old families had contrived. With Bethlehem the bridegroom and Babylon the bride. Oh, great Babylon was trembling, and she stood there naked with me. And Bethlehem inflamed us both like the shy one at some orgy. And when we fell together, all our flesh was like a veil that we had to draw aside to see the serpent eat its tail. Oh, some women wait for Jesus, and some we wait for Cain. So I'll hang upon this altar, and I'll hoist my axe again, and I'll take the one who finds me back to where it all began, back when Jesus was the honeymoon, and Cain was just a man, and we'll read from pleasant Bibles that are bound in blood and skin. That Asherah is gathering all her children back again. You're apostolic, messianic Jewish. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that means that you practice Jewish traditions, you celebrate Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, but you also believe that Jesus was the Messiah. Yes? I've seen bits and pieces of your tradition. The people in my synagogue when I was very little warned me about it. They might convert you, they said. Yes. What is the history of that tradition? It's an American tradition, right? It's not terribly old, 200 years old. I mean, I suppose it's as old as Christianity itself, but the particular flavor, the particular lineage that you come from is uniquely American, right? Or does it come from Europe? What religion am I? I'm not sure, Tom. Maybe today I'm an apostolic Jew. I don't know. I am the traditions of those people that are here with me, right? Like, I reflect you, you reflect me. What tradition this is it's an amalgam, right? We're a crowd. Did I study theology? Absolutely, yeah. I study mythology, theology, ancient Judaism, Hinduism. I'm a scholar. It's true. You're not sure if it's originally American. They don't teach you about the history of it. I think that's so interesting about, like, modern American... I'm going to assume that it's American, because that trait is American, right? Like, I've met so many Christians who say, "Oh, I'm non-denominational," right? My church doesn't really have a history; it's just there, right? Like, it's very American to deny your roots, right? To just be in the present, be modern. Religion is supposed to help us transcend religion. Oh, that's an interesting paradox right there. This statement is a lie. Did you know? I hope your day is full of love and light too. Have I ever read the Rainbow Bible? There's a Bible written by Rainbow Family. Is that true? Is that what you mean? Or you mean something else? Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam shelo ashani isha. I repeat the name of Yahweh Eloheinu, who did not make me a woman. I did that. Any fun plans this morning? I get to hang out with you, Rebecca. I get to spend my morning with you. Because Jesus was a Jew. Yes. Do you think Jesus was trying to start a religion? I'm not sure he was. I think Paul was trying to start a religion. I'm not sure Jesus was. But who knows what Jesus thought? It's difficult to say. Too many people have thought other thoughts on behalf of Jesus to say what he thought. The bathroom prayer is for that purpose traditionally. And by traditionally, I mean modern Hasidism. I don't actually know how old the prayer is. It's at least a few centuries old, but probably not much older than the origins of Hasidism. But we can say that prayer. Asher Yitzar. Baruch atah Asherah. Anat malacha haolam. Asher Yitzaret ha'adam. B'chachama uvara. Ve'o. I repeat the name of Asherah Anat, who made me with many openings and cavities. That prayer, if you grew up in an Orthodox Jewish context, you would say that prayer upon using the bathroom. Right? Thank you for this body, with its receptiveness and its openness to the world. I would not like to be closed off from it. I would not like to be a cyst or a spaceship bound in metal, inaccessible to the outside. Ancestry. Ancestry what? Are you religious or spiritual? I don't know the difference. Can you ask why there is a prayer for that? It's a woman's prayer, right? Asherah is in the name. Asher Yitzar, right? If I'm going to say thank you, Yahweh, for not making me a woman, then I'm going to say thank you, Asherah, for making me a woman. For making me with openings and cavities. Not that that defines womanhood, but it's a metaphor. Why is there a prayer for that? Because in certain flavors of Judaism, there's a prayer for everything, right? There's a prayer for every kind of food you might eat, and a prayer for every moment in the day, and a prayer for every action you might take, right? There's a prayer for everything, and I have cherry-picked, like a good American, right? Like a confused theologian scholar, right? I've taken what I like, and I've integrated it into some kind of tradition that is adapted to TikTok. And here we are, together, for whatever it's worth. It may not be worth much, but here we are together anyway. And we say these words. And maybe one day the words will change. Maybe one day, hopefully one day, I'll go and get some better education and I'll understand the traditions that I'm citing a little bit better. And then I will be able to be more compelling in my practice with you all. But here we are, together today. Magic words, indeed. I'm glad you find my voice soothing. I've practiced a lot. I made a voice feminization video. It's the first one I've made. Didn't do terribly well, so I don't know if I'm going to make any others, but it was fun to make. Different voices, how to use different voices. Gajananam Buddhaganadi Sevitam Kapita Jambupala Sarabakshitam Umasutam Sakabinasakarnam Mahamatim Divyamayoravahanam Ridasyasinam Surasarnanatam Guham Sadanam Saranam Prapadye Yakuhendu Tusaraharadvalaya Supervasvarita Yavinavaranamandita Karaya Svita Padmatsana Yabramachuta Sankara Pratrapite Vasata Pujita Samampatu Saraswati Bhagavati Nihe Sajadyapaha Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sachidananda Murtaye Nisparanjaya Santaya Shri Shivanandaya Te Namaha Shri Vishnu Devanandaya Te Namaha Om Sarva Mangla Manglaye Shive Savarta Sadike Saranye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostite Narayani Namostite Om Oh, 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 I did celebrate Hanukkah. Now that festival is done. Now that festival is done. Are you celebrating Hanukkah, TZM? You're so welcome. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandim pushche vardhanam Varva rukami bhavandanan mrityur mukshiyamamritato Trayambakam yajamahe sugandim pushche vardhanam Varva rukami bhavandanan mrityur mukshiyamamritato Sarvesham svastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu Sarve bhavantu sukhina sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pashantu makashid dukhabhag bhave asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotirgamaya mityur mamritam gamaya Om purnamadam purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vashishate Om shanti 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 Om peace peace peace. No, Kimmy. It's Sanskrit. The three Sanskrit prayers I do are Gajananam, Trayambakam, and Arati. They come in the middle. They're flanked by Hebrew on either side. Trayambakam, also known as the Maharityunjaya mantra. It's a mantra to Shiva. In the final verse, that outer world is full. This inner world is also full. From fullness comes fullness, taking fullness from fullness. Fullness remains. Peace, peace, peace. Are those prayers always sang so fast? I mean, maybe I'm repeating them fast, but I think also if you spoke Sanskrit or Hebrew, you might think I was saying them slowly, because I'm not actually fluent in those languages. And I imagine a native Sanskrit speaker or Hebrew speaker listening to you or me speak English would also think that we were speaking very fast. The human mouth, the human vocal tract, is capable of making a wide variety of sounds in very quick succession. That's what language is, and we talk very, very fast these days. Did you know? It's been a long week, Kimmy. Yes, indeed it has. Been a long week. What have you been up to this week? I don't want to pray to my maker, no. I just want to be feeling free. Not just who I am, but the pink in golden land, and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun, hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray, and it's not much good to talk, better to walk it. Ooh, not much good to take, better to give. We are done, forgiven, and forgotten of our sins, and I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, I made good, and a not made bad. Elohim made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made, God made, God made. But I don't want to pray to my maker. I just want to be feeling free. Not like in a book, or the leaves of trees that shook from a word that means only not a thing. No, no. Pardon, God and Mom. What I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray, we don't want to pray. Pray. Love Allah, Allah made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, I made good, and a not made bad. Elohim, you made love, and Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made, God made, God made me. Except that's not quite true. None of those gods exist, and in actuality, I made me. You made me. We all make one another by being here today. How would you know how to be on time, Sarah? I stream at different times every day, right? You just have to be on TikTok at this time of morning. It's been a long week, Katie. Christmas break starts for your school-age girls next Friday. And do you look forward to that? Do you look forward to them having home? Or is that like, oh my god, all my childcare is gone and now I have to pay attention to them instead of whatever else I was engaging in? You got a cat today. What kind of cat, Jamie boy? A little kitten? Big tomcat? You're happy about it. I'm glad. My morning ritual is your favorite. Wow. I really appreciate hearing that. It's a bit overwhelming, but you have lots of festivities to look forward to, yeah. Seasons change. We have rituals to mark the time. Jaya Jayarti Vina Vinayaka Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jayartiya Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jayartiya Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Navanita Chora Jaya Jayarti Venkanta Ramana Venkanta Ramana Sankata Harana Sita Rama Radhe Shama Jaya Jayarti Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Samba Sada Shiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jayarti Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sundari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jayarti Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jayarti Dattatreya Dattatreya Trimutri Avatara Jaya Jayarti Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jayarti Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jayarti Sankaracaya Sankaracaya Advaita Guravi Jaya Jayarti Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jayarti Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jayarti Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shirama Priyaye Jaya Jayarti Ayapa Samine Ayapa Samine Dharma Shastaye Jaya Jayarti Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jayarti Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurubho Namaha Jaya Jayarti Venugopala Natatra Suyabati Tatandra Karatam Nima Vidyabati Kutoyamagni Twameva Bantamanabanti Sarvam Tasya Basya Samita Vivanti Om Gange Kayamune Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmate Siddhika Veriya Namaschitam Namo Namaha. What do the words mean? These are Sanskrit words. That last verse we could translate as, neither the sun shines there, nor the moon, stars, nor lightning. So, from where does the light come? By its light, all else is lit. Tvameva mata, chapita tvameva, Tvameva bandisha saka tvameva, Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva, Kayena vacha manasendriyarva, Buddhyatmanava prakrite sabhavad, Karomi adyad mangalam parasmahi, Narayana iti sarmar payami, Sarvajamam pravijayam amikam sarvanambija, Aham sva sarva papayo mokshayami ma sucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all these, I dedicate to you. To all of you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And now, to conclude, we will say Kaddish. Kaddish is an old Semitic word. This goddess here is named Ketesh. Right? She rides a lion. She carries snakes. She arouses gods. Kaddish, in its modern sense, is a prayer of mourning. Right? We will say Kaddish for all those who died yesterday of coronavirus, and for all those other many lives on the tree of life that have died and suffered since our lineage began 3.8 billion years ago. And for the last 2,500 years or so, my ancestors have said these words in response to death. And if there is anything that you are grieving, anyone that you are mourning, feel free to put their name in the chat, and we can let go of them together. Yikadal vidkadash me rama. Bialma divrachute viamlich malchute. B'chayachon of Yomechon of Chayed Kol Beit Yisrael, Bagala Bisman Kari Vimru. Amen. Yehesh Lamar Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'yachol Yisrael Vimru. Amen. Yikadal V'kadash Shemei Rabba B'yalman Tivrach Yotev Yamlich Malchote B'chayachon of Yomechon of Chayed Kol Beit Yisrael, Bagala Bisman Kari Vimru. Amen. Lost the order of the prayer. How has this happened to my mind? Let's do that over. This is frustrating. It's happened every time I've done it this week. Yitbarach v'ishtabach v'itbar v'yirman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha baruchu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata demiran b'yama v'imru. Amen. Yehesh lamar rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom v'imramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oh, say shalom b'mamav, oh, say shalom aleinu, v'yalechol Yisrael, v'imru, v'imru, amen. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Take off the prayer shawl. And it is time for breakfast. I'm hungry. Are you hungry? Let's have some rice. I'm gonna leave the camera like this. I'm gonna go get the rice and I'll be back in a minute or two. Just a minute. Apples. I'm glad you like my shirt. I like it too. I really like the way that it's cut. It's a little silly, right? Fabric. I can like stick my arm through it. It's a little absurd. But sometimes we wear fabric for many reasons. Sarah, how are you doing today? What are you up to? What does the rest of your day look like? You're starting back to work tomorrow. You don't want to, but tomorrow's Saturday. What kind of job do you have that has you work weekends, but not weekdays? No, Greg. I have a job. I teach mycology at a university. It's a grocery store. How many days off have you had before you have to go back to work? Thank you. I like strong colors. Oh, tomorrow's literally your first day. Oh my god. Hello from the north coast of Ireland. Do you have snow there? Thank you, Dabba Dub. I appreciate that. You haven't worked in 4 years. Oh my gosh. What is precipitating your return to work? I mean, I suppose you need to. You need the money, huh? Hello from England. Hello from Idaho. Hello from Canada. Yeah, going back to work sounds really nerve-wracking. Why am I chewing in every live? Because I'm eating in every live. You've just gotten into mycology. Well, that's great. Yeah, do you eat breakfast without chewing? Guess if you have, like, smoothies. Thank you for the rose, Salty Stella. My name literally had breakfast in it? No, my father doesn't hate me. Who's Stella? Salty Stella, hi. How are you? Can I discuss my unresolved trauma on live stream? That's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen your page, but I just followed you. TikTok is a huge place. Huge place. It's remarkable how many people are on here. I can try to unpack my unresolved trauma on live stream. We won't be very successful, though. Would I like some trauma with my breakfast? Well, obviously, if I didn't want trauma with my breakfast, I wouldn't be eating it on live stream. Right? If I eat on here, I know I'm going to be subjected to, like, a pretty consistent stream of transphobic rhetoric. We all know you have one. Yes, I read those comments, Meek. They don't really get to me, though. I mean, I try to be pretty public about my trauma, right? Like, people come on here and they tell me I have daddy issues. I'm like, well, yeah, watch my videos. You can learn all about them. Like, the only way to understand something is to narrativize it. That's why I make films. They may be. You know how many people I'm jealous of who are prettier than me? All of them. But it's not really healthy. I shouldn't be. Transition is a funny thing. Dysphoria is a funny thing. How do I say so positive? I'm performing. I'm performing. We should talk about mental health without being ashamed. Right? Like, I'm not healthy mentally. It's just true. Right? There's no way I could deny it. I've been healthier. I've also been less healthy, right? Like, I'm okay. I don't think it's about braveness, right? Like, I have to put myself on here. Like, I can't be the person that I want to be if I'm not public. And there's a price associated with that, but it's not... I don't do it because I feel brave. I do it because I have to. Keyboard warriors. We all are keyboard warriors from time to time, aren't we? What do I mean that I have to be on here to be the person that I am? This person that you're seeing is a performance, right? Like, I can't be her if there's not a camera on me. She's fairly similar to the person that I am when there isn't a camera on me, but there are some notable differences, right? The life that I want to live is the life of a performer, right? Like, I want to be a teacher. So I slog through on TikTok because TikTok is the platform that I've been able to find an audience on, right? And so there's a very real sense that I have to be here, right? To become the person that I want to be. To occupy space in the world in a way that I want to occupy it, I need to be here. This is the route. And sometimes it's a painful route, right? My videos don't do well. When I put a lot of effort into them, it makes me feel sad, right? Like, I put all this effort into this thing and it doesn't always turn out the way that I want. It's very frustrating. What am I eating? I'm eating dried apples from our tree. I live on a farm. We have good food. I'm sorry to hear that your father passed away, Clementine. A hole is missing in your heart. What is my view on poly relationships? I'm in one. I like them. I feel really lucky to be able to live a life where I can have multiple partners. Not everybody can. It's an incredible privilege. What does evolutionary mythology mean? It means that the myths that I pay attention to, or the way that I interpret mythology, is evolutionarily informed. Right, that I think that modern Judaism evolved from ancient Judaism, and I want to understand the myths of my tradition in that context. Right? It means that I have a very strong empirical assumption that all of our traditions come from the same root, and have the same ancestors. And therefore you can derive common traits from all of them. I want to understand reality and the suffering of life from an evolutionary perspective and also from a mythological perspective. There are multiple conversations happening at once. I can't actually follow them all. It's very difficult to find love in this world. We are more separate than we've ever been. You don't need to apologize. It's my job to actually navigate the multiple conversations and make sense of them all. And this is interesting because y'all are actually just talking to one another and not to me, which I really like. I think it's great. I want you all to befriend one another. That's important. I can just sit here and eat apples while you sort out your emotional lives. You were talking to me. Okay. I'm sorry, Clementine. Navigating conversations in a live chat is, like, surprisingly difficult. It's a funny kind of one-way communication. You could use my view on it. My view on what? You covered the pain by doing other things. You could never accomplish them till now that you realized. To be honest, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Do you have any advice on someone who's entering polyopen relationships? Don't hide anything. Don't feel like you ever need to hide anything, and communicate as much as you can. It's okay. Well, Clementine, communication is so fucking important. It is indeed. You can't have a relationship without communication, and without having a common understanding about what your communication modes are. I should go. There's much I need to do today. You're working on communicating better what you feel. It's really hard. It's very hard to communicate well. It's extremely difficult. Alright. I'm gonna go. You have a lovely day too, Katie. It's really nice to see you. It's been some time. I will be back on Sunday, for sure. I'll be streaming on Sunday. And I hope to see you all then. So give me a follow if you haven't followed me already. If you want to chat with me more, if you want to talk with me in a context where, like, I'm not confused by the 10,000 different utterances that are happening all at once, you can join my Discord server. I would love to talk with you in a saner format. That's why Discord is there. So there's a link in my bio for Discord. You should follow me if you haven't. And I will see you all on Sunday. Okay. Have a nice day, everyone. Farewell.
It's time for the Fall Friendship Mystery Box giveaway. Whoa! This is Bob. He'll be joining me for announcements. If you were here last month, you'll remember that my best friend Vero and I decided we were going to do holiday mystery box giveaways. Good morning. is Liz. I am a dumpster diver. And after starting to find some perfectly good packages of pads and tampons in dumpsters and doing some research, I found out that over 60% of low-income women cannot afford their menstrual products each month. So I decided I was going to make a change. I have created Stella's Kits, and with the help of my followers making donations to my P.O. Box and my Cash App and Venmo, all in my bio, I am able to keep this up and donate weekly and fulfill the needs of people that reach out to me in my area that need these products. It is such an awesome feeling being able to
Sorry, I don't speak Jawa. Listen, did you know that in the Star Wars universe, the term used to refer to this kind of upbeat swing music is jizz? Now you do.
Alright lads, got smarter than today as really won't happen today. Evergrande, more like ever not so grand. It's bad you think I'm a ton of debt because that's how you go in our economy. But turns out if you don't have anybody living in your ghost real estate, you can't pay your bills. So then you do fun things, like open up a fairyland. But even if you have a fairyland, the bills still keep on coming. If you can't pay your bills, you keep on your debt, and you keep on your debt. Frost defaults. They're contagious. The CPI apparently will be out tomorrow. Inflation is about to rock. All of our real things came in high. Pretty hot labor market. And yes, the Federal Reserve is watching. The stock market did not photosynthesize today. And that's what happened today. Evergrande, more like ever not.
Hello. How do you feel about people calling women ugly and then referring to you? Okay, you don't have to eat the mic. I gave the cow some food as a reward for participating in my interview. Afterwards, I tried to feed all the other cows, but unfortunately they were scared of me. Their feeder came, and they all got excited and started running to him. I was successful in trapping the small cow, but then she ran away from me, and I let her because her mom is big. Moral of the story. Cows think of us the way we think of insects. Tiny, but lethal. Hello. How do you... feel about...
This is dedicated to the niggas that was down from day one. Welcome to Death Row.
You wanna know why I love being Jewish? Because, yeah, Judaism just says, yeah, there are mermaids. There are mermaids. But the rabbis spend so long arguing whether or not mermaids can impregnate humans back. Because they're like, yeah, humans can impregnate mermaids, no problem. But can the mermaids impregnate us back? Is that possible? You wanna know why I love being Jewish?
Living in 70 square feet means keeping things simple.
Question, can we not stitch rat femmes? Like, if you want to make a point, screen record or whatever, but don't...
If you ever wonder why you've never seen a crash test pedestrian, it's because we do not have any safety standards for pedestrians in the United States. So when they're doing all the crash testing, it's purely based on people inside of that vehicle only. Which is why you can buy and drive the new Tesla Cybertruck in the United States, but not in the EU, because they have strict safety standards for pedestrians. But here, pedestrians are mostly poor people, and so we don't want to do any...
Besides the sun, what is the closest star we...